Howdy, friends, and welcome to another great campground review in the beautiful state of Colorado. Today we are heading to Lakeview Gunnison Campground, located in central Colorado, just southwest of Denver and northwest of Colorado Springs. You can get there by traveling to Gunnison along Highway 50 and taking Highway 135 to Almont, and then you will head east on Park Road 742, or the Taylor River Road as it's known locally. You can also get there by heading west out of Buena Vista and taking Park Road 306 through Cottonwood Pass, which is not a bad road if it is dry. Both ways take you to the Taylor Park Reservoir, and the campground is directly across the road from the marina. This is handy if you're coming here to fish and have a boat. If you come up from Almont, be sure to keep your eyes open for the bighorn sheep in the meadows and the cliffs along Park Road 742. It's a beautiful drive down around the lake with an abundance of wildflowers and scenic views. The campground sits at about 9,400 feet above sea level, so make note of that. If you have issues with altitude, sickness, many of the sites have great views of the mountains to the north, looking across the lake. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a decent campground map, so again, you can use the one on recreation.gov to help you out. You may want to reference the campground worksheet that will give you some basic information on each site, such as electrical, driveway type, and features of the site that could make it great or not so great. Let's get started on our tour of each campsite. Some of the campsites were difficult to get clear views of because of vehicles, or they were hard to photograph from a distance because of trees or a narrow road. I did my best, and I think you will be able to determine which ones you like. There are some wide open spots, and there are some nice spots in a heavy forest setting in this great campground. The campground has 68 sites and 3 basic loops, but they don't have any particular names for the loops. It's a mixture of electric and dry campsites, with only about 10 of the campsites having electricity, and water is available at water stations throughout the campground. I would tell you to reference each campsite on recreation.gov if you are reserving and see what the availability of electricity is at the site you want, as I have pictures of sites with electrical boxes that say no electricity and vice versa. The campground itself is a little rugged in parts, mainly because it sits on the side of a hill. That can be a bit of a challenge to find flat places for RVs or tents, but it does lend itself to some great views. There are several vault toilets available in the campground. Site number 12 is an example of how you park up on top and the picnic area is down below on a different level. Others are just the opposite. You'll have to climb steps to get up to the picnic area. Site number 14 is what I call a pull-off driveway. They're kind of like a pull-through, but the driveway consists of an area that sits just on the side of the road. But, they're long and a little bit wider than you might expect. One of the primary issues I noticed about most of the sites was there is typically a level spot for parking, and then the picnic area would be either uphill or downhill and required steps. If you have bad knees or hips, you can search for the flatter sites that do exist and noted in my campground worksheet. Site number 23 has at least 7 steps to get up to the picnic area. Site number 38 doesn't have a flat place of any size anywhere that I could see. Site number 48 is a good example of the great view you have from this beautiful campground. Sites 51 through 56 don't have many trees, but they do have a great view. I like Site 57 because of the view and that it was fairly flat and it was more private than most sites. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Lakeview Gunnison Campground. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you'll be notified of my next great video. And until next time, so long.